If you live surrounded by ugly, you're going to be ugly. I live alone, so I spend a lot of time in my home after I come home from my bar. 100 years ago, everybody in China designed their own home. Today, all those decisions are left to somebody else. If you go to, God forbid, IKEA, only if you have no imagination and no time. Anybody can go into Taobao and order something. Takes zero imagination. This house, when I started to remodel my house, I decided, with the exception of chairs, I would design everything else. You will never find this lighting in a lighting store. This is theatrical lighting. This is the kind of lighting your videographers use. It's also the best lighting there is. These are cheaper. They do a better job. So when I decided to paint this wall green, late one evening, and I walked through the old Dongtalu area, there was one guy who had a whole stack of these number plates stacked up, and just dawned on me like that. I should put those on my wall. Chose this wall because it's a tribute to the people who, for over 100 years, lived in this neighborhood. The kitchen hood, it was designed by me. That kitchen's designed for a chef, so I can cook for 20 people, 30 people. You can present with me with a beautiful piece of beef, a lobster, pasta, vegetable, Chinese eggplant, eggs, tomatoes, fresh vegetables. I guarantee you that if I can't cook it in less than 30 minutes, it's no good anymore because you've overcooked it. And the faster you learn to cook it, the better it will taste. Everybody else didn't cook, particularly Shanghainese women, never go into a kitchen. Never. I know because I'm dating a Shanghainese woman right now, and she says, I will never go into a kitchen. One of the most creative things you can do in life is cook. Young people in China should start cooking more, spending less time on social media. In my living room, it's a beautiful table. When I went to the lumber yard to meet with my cabinet maker, he had just cut a piece of rosewood on a saw, and it was about that thick. I said, don't touch it. Just put it together like that. Of course, it had holes in it. And he said, you're crazy. He said, let me make a really nice table. I'll cut it all the edges smooth. I'll sand it. I'll polish it. I'll make it perfect. I said, no, it's perfect already. What always amuses me about talking to people in China about their homes is they usually ask you, how big is it? How many rooms does it have? And how much did it cost per square meter? Then they calculate it in their mind. They're too embarrassed to actually ask you, but they really want to know how much did you pay for that apartment. They almost never ask you how nice it is. Almost never.